Good morning. Come on, are you ready for the second day? Come on, guys. Are you ready? It feels like it was like, I don't know what happened, where is all this half of the people? But anyway, so I'm from Estonia, so I'm this Nordic, very shy guy, which is slow Estonian. Sorry about that. And I will just tell today our story, how we have made our startup so successful as it is today, and what has been behind that. And I think that the first thing which I will start is indeed that I am lucky to being from Estonia. Indeed, we are even smaller than you. Come on, we have only 1.3 million people. That's it, like what you can build from so small country. It's like a village or like one neighborhood in Sao Paulo. But we have been lucky with some things, like we have very good people, and we was part of Soviet Union like you, and it really helped to build great education. And actually today, like one thing which we are also lucky is that our prime minister, which is on this photo, is super friendly for IT. Like we just met with him like 3 weeks ago, and I have been pushing heavily that Estonia should do startup visa, and I just received letter just 2 days ago that this is now in process, and we are on the road to do startup visa in Estonia from 2017. But this kind of thing, like this kind of IT-driven country, has been already lasted like 20 years. In middle of 90s, our prime minister was something like 29, did many crazy things but he managed to build kind of base. Like today, I can just open my mobile phone and 2 companies in 3 minutes when I'm talking with you. Just yesterday was published last survey about Estonia. We have now like 700 startups. And this is just few examples from this Estonia mafia, or how we call it, which is already like total of the valuation of those companies are like almost 2 billion. The biggest success story after Pipedrive is TransferWise, which is like $1 billion company. They are doing money transfers, but there are more and more. But as you everybody indeed knows, that Skype is from Estonia, which really helped to basically get us going. Because it gave us feelings that, like even you're a small country, you can do it. Because almost everybody knows somebody in Skype. And they was like, oh my God, I know this guy from whatever high school, and he's now this millionaire. He did it, like, I want to do it as well. So we will talk about more success stories later, but like this one success story really kicked our startup culture. And after that, almost in every company now, every startup that we have in Estonia is somebody who worked for Skype. We have 15 people who work for Skype in my company. But let me just try this clicker. Yes. So, and just one thing, as I said, government is also like very asking, advice and feedback how we can do it. So going back to my story about Pipedrive, that I'm very proud that we have been already having some success. Just last year we won like best B2B startup from Europe, and just a week ago I think that we achieved like very good milestone, like super important for me at least, because in Estonia they did big survey, talking with people, and they said that Pipedrive is best employer in Estonian private sector. I mean in all private sector. We were beating PricewaterhouseCoopers and all of those companies. So, and that was like, oh my God, we have done at least something right. Because this was basically, they made interviews with people who are working today for Pipedrive, but also people who left, and made those analyses and said, that's the best company. So, yeah, we have also raised money, but believe me, this is not so important, but I'm just showing that a year ago, we just finalized our A round. It was 9 million, led by Bessemer, which has done already investment to Estonia. It was Skype, so this is second investment for them to Estonia. But so I will now maybe tell what is Pipedrive about, because just telling the story, you should understand what we are building. First of all, I think that everything starts always with founders. And we are like, I'm super happy that the team, founders team, which I got, was the best possible team for this company. Because whatever you do, if you are going to solve some problem, you have to find best people for that. People who know exactly what's the problem about, what should be your solution, and it's then people who can really build that one. So out of 5 founders, Urmas and Timo, have worked 15 years in sales. Because Pipedrive is sales pipeline tool, CRM, sales management, whatever you call it. But all started from the fact that we know what is the problem. And also, like, I'm lucky that, as I have worked almost all my life in IT, I happen to know most talented, like, engineers. 2 Martins, actually. So we have, like, 2 Martins already in the founders team. Today, we have 7 Martins in my company. Somehow, it's so popular name in Estonia that we just hire Martins more and more. But so whatever you do if you start company, then the founding team is something, if you do any mistakes there, it's almost impossible to fix it later. And this is my second startup. I made huge amount of mistake in my first one. And also I had one founder who left one moment because it just didn't work out. But this time it was like so lucky that this has worked like so well. But let me go back to the points that what's the problem actually, what we are solving. So basically, the biggest problem when we started company back in 2010, because Pipedrive is today almost 6 years old, was the fact that many CRMs are just ugly, hard to use, complicated, and salespeople hate them. And if you hate the software which you have to use, you will not use it. If you will not use basically software, how it can help you? It cannot. So we started with the fact that, okay, let's focus what problem we're actually solving, and what is our way how to do that. And we focused like how we can help end user, so that he or she should like it and use it every day. And in this market, in CRM market, that's salesman. So we basically designed software for the salespeople, not managers, but salespeople, because they have to use it. And this is here you can see motivation or inspiration for us, for our product. Because my co-founders, as I said, they used whatever, I think 7 different CRMs, and one day they just bought like Microsoft Dynamics, just 20,000 US. 2 months later, they discover again, people don't use it. And they just build a pipeline, sales pipeline into the wall with Post-it notes, because it's so easy. You all the time see where is yours, in what deals you are working, and if you do any step, you just take Post-it note and put it into the next stage. Easy, simple. Everybody understands that. And it was like, okay, so this is what people actually love. It's understandable, simple, and so on. How can we build this into the software? And so this is how looked our product after 1 month of programming. Similar thing, you can just drag one deal to the next stage. Easy. And this is basically what we have been focusing all these 6 years. Yes, our product looks a bit different now, but it's still focused one thing. How we can basically show how we can help salespeople to sell more. So I'm showing now Pipedrive Office.
Ricky. I'm the Chief Happiness Officer at Pipedrive. This is my day at the office. This is our big building entrance, kind of like a lobby. And this is where we work. This is Button. button mix table go up and the button mix table go down. Oof. Oh, this is an article about me. And over here are coworkers. Coworkers are nice, very nice. This is a meeting where we stand up. This is where we do big business stuff. And then there's usual meeting. Today is a video call with our California office. Oh, it's sunny there. Hey, look, I'm in internet. And this is quiet room for old school calls. Hello, this is dog. And here is a room for jet lag. And we have a shower. Oh, this is kitchen. Kitchen is where we eat Kringle. We love Kringle. We even have a website for Kringle. Kringle. Ah, this is open air cafeteria. This is where I come to relax. Oh, speaking of relaxing, we also have a room entirely for games. It can take you to another reality. Whoa. So this is it, folks. Come on over. I'd be happy to host you.
So yeah, this was my talk, basically, because he's working in my company as a chief happiness officer, just being sure that everybody is happy. Because for him, it is easy. He's happy every day. And he's just, I have never seen my dog in bad mood, by the way. Like, ever. Just beat that. So he's very stable, and he has the best title for that. Anyway, so in one slide, this is how our history looks like. And if you would ever do fundraising, basically, you would just need that slide, usually. Because this is showing one thing which is hugely important in every startup. It's showing how fast we have been growing. This is showing real money here now. Basically, it's showing how many paid customers we have and how much it has been growing. And also, what is our monthly recurring revenue. And there are like some important milestones in also here in this slide. But I think that one of the biggest things what really helped us to being successful happened in 2011. Because yes, we are Estonians, so all 5 founders are Estonians, lived all life in Estonia. But how you can build product into the world if you don't go and visit your clients? So we started the company in 2010. It was quite slow start. We did prototype with just 1 month, which is very fast indeed. But it took us like 7 more months before we launched paid product. It was 2011 in February. And we got like 1 month, like 2 paid clients, and then like 5. I was like, oh my God, so we got 5 new clients. Happy day. So, but it was very slow. Our revenue was like, I don't know, less than 1,000 euros. And one thing what we did right, and which I have seen many times in Estonia working out very well, is that if you're building product for the bigger market, and believe me, in Estonia there's no market. It's like boutique, 2011, in July, I was flying to US to raise money, just meet some smart people and so on. I had planned to be in 2 weeks. I ended up being 6 months. But this was a moment when really things started to grow for us. And I have looked many times in Estonia that you can, or not in Estonia, but also in Eastern Europe, you can build great engineers team in Eastern Europe. That's your advantage. That's our advantage here. But your market is somewhere else, and you have to go outside of comfort zone. And you have to go and live in Silicon Valley to understand what is this all about. But you just cannot copy Silicon Valley. It's impossible. So 2011, when I was flying here and we lived for 6 months, we understood how better and better how US market is working. Sometimes even smallest thing made huge impact. Like we had very great design on the main page, and one advisor said it's too much, just remove 80% of information. Okay, we removed. Basically, we had just like very good landing page. So it was like sign up and learn more. So sign up was for the Americans. Learn more was for the German people. Because they want to know this, like safe harbor and, where is my data? just don't give it away. You know, just, oh my God. Anyway, but you know what happened? Conversion was tripling because we removed the information from main page. It was too confusing, most likely. Because Americans like, I want to use it already. Just, you know, show me the product, you know. I want to just do it. And you know, all of those small things, you can only do if you are living on the country. If you go to the country, you speak clients and so on. It's just impossible to do it from here. If your client is in US, in Berlin, London, you have to go live there to understand the market. And you know, from that point, this is how we have been growing. Today we have clients in 155 different countries. And we still grow very fast. Like every year we double at least. Actually, we are doing even better, like revenue growth. But so today we have 4 offices, 140 people. So one office is indeed in Estonia. That's the biggest office in Tallinn. Second is in Tartu. This is other city, not almost a village in Estonia. Then we have in Menlo Park, California. And then we have in New York. But one thing which has been truly important for us as well as we do international product is how diverse is our team. In Estonia, we have 120 people. Out of that, 40 are foreigners, expats. We have people from 18 different countries in our team, 18. Just 2 weeks ago, one lady from Brazil relocated from sunny Brazil into the good climate in Estonia, just because of Pipedrive. We have somebody who relocated from Uruguay to Estonia, and so on. And this diverse culture, what we have in the team, it's crucial if you build international product. And believe me or not, you can find those people in your country, because look, universities. Usually there are so many foreign students in everywhere. I have not looked so closely, but I know that there are foreign students in Ukraine, in Belarus, I hope that also here. And this is the base, you know, like, the more diverse you are, the stronger you are. Especially now when there are like this crisis about refugees and so on. Oh my God, it's just, I really don't know. I have been in the last 2 years in 30 countries, and believe me, this is just mind-blowing what kind of like PR some guys are doing about refugees. This is just whatever. But anyway, other thing is like our team and your team, if you're doing startup, is the biggest asset. So this is why every person who joins company will have stock options. I mean everyone. Because if we choose this person, then she or he is important. Is he assistant? Is he customer support? Whatever. This person is important. So Pipedrive today, in 6 years, we have lost 8 people from Estonian office only. And actually half of them relocated to other countries, so they wanted to go whatever reason to the other country. So this is the base how you can build the product. And next thing, indeed, you know, like if you have a strong team, you need to know what you're actually doing. You need to have great understanding about the problem and solution. And we have been highly product-driven company, highly. Meaning that if you look at our cost, then we still have our marketing and sales costs are like pretty small. If you look how much we are spending for the engineers and product. And this really pays off very good. And how we are different still today from competitors, so we are very much focused how this product can be simple to use. And believe me, in B2B world, there are so many ugly stuff still around. Okay, you can take your mobile phone, you can look all of these fancy new apps, you know, Facebook, Instagram, and so on, easy to use, nice. And then you go in your office and, oh my God, I need to use this accounting software. I need to use whatever, like, there are so many bad things around, so there's so many opportunities. And one thing, how we have been also different, that we have been focusing highly how support can be highest level ever. like in our case, we are replying. Our average reply time to every client is 2 hours, average. And you know, I remember a moment when we opened phone support and we really started to invest into support. Then, if our conversion from free trial to paid client was about 12–13%, and if we improved our support, this was growing like 3–4%. So this really helps to build it. And what's even more important, if you are very good on that, then people start to tell stories about you. Pipedrive is still growing 60–70% because people love our product. This is just Twitter tweets which has been written about Pipedrive. Even today, after 6 years, this is main driver how Pipedrive is growing. And for getting those things, you need to nail down so many things. So just looking once more our map, 155 different countries. So one thing what is different, what you can do from here, is the fact that usually Silicon Valley startups is just focusing to the English-speaking markets, which is great because this is so huge. But if you do product from here, you should think about localization. Our second market by revenue is Brazil. And in Brazil, 5% of people speak English. Today we have 10 languages. This year we are adding 4. And we are very international, basically 30% revenue US, 30% Europe, 30% rest of the world, whatever, the 33. So localization is the key how to beat Silicon Valley. Next thing, if you're building a company from Eastern Europe, you should focus to the important things. And this is not fundraising, this is not article in TechCrunch, because this will not make your company. Important thing is how much you make money. This is Mike Pusher from TechCrunch, so. Yeah, indeed, it's great to have, but believe me, we have analyzed that. It's much better that somebody's tweeting and saying that I'm loving your products than one article, because TechCrunch is a great thing indeed, but do you get clients? Depend. We not. But anyway, my point is, startups from Eastern Europe, you just have to make money. And then you don't maybe even need to fundraise money. Because if this is your company, then why you want to give away this company? Indeed, you know, you need smart advice, that's right. But anyway, focusing to the right KPIs is super important. This is how, by the way, our KPI looks like. Like we have this, everybody in my company knows how much we are doing money, what's the revenue, and so on. So this is, we are very transparent in the company by that information. And other things which I'm big fans of, if you do company from Eastern Europe, this talent pool here is like great. You can just hire people at least 3 times cheaper. But what is even more important is that people, at least in Estonia, if you look right people, and are more loyal. We have hired people who worked for the previous job 5, 6, 7 years. In Silicon Valley, you have to compete with Google, Facebook, and so on. And this is why people are changing job positions so fast. 10 months, 9 months, year, and so on. That's so usual. How you can build team if you have to all the time hire. If you lose one employee, it costs at least you 4 months' salary. But still, you cannot run marketing and sales from here. So you have to be super creative. And my time is almost up. I'm just giving you one example how we have done marketing which is out of box. Okay, the first thing is, you know, if you can motivate your people to write those things, that's great. That's the best thing ever. Just somebody wrote this blog post, and it's really helping. Next thing. We was lucky that, you know, like in 2011 when we started, Chrome Web Store just was taking off. And we was most popular CRM in Chrome Web Store. most highly rated. And we really asked kindly our users to write reviews there. So this was the main trigger after viral growth for us many years ago. Now it's already, Chrome Web Store is already dying. So next thing, today we are most highly rated mobile CRM in Google Play and iOS Store. And believe me, people reading those things and making decisions. There are still sites like Quora. So social media is much more, as you know, than Twitter and Facebook. You know, it's just look around what is relevant. I think that in the peak time, we got like 20 paid clients every month from that blog post, which was written by our user. Next thing, you know, like how we use LinkedIn. My co-founder is highly talented guy. And he's getting every month like at least 20 recruiter emails. He was like, okay, I'm just tired already telling that I'm not gonna change my job. So he was writing that into the description and told, by the way, use this promo code. Because Pipedrive can be also used by the recruiters. And we have been at least, I think that when I last checked, we had 30 paid clients because of that. So running and doing marketing has to be much different if you want to do it effectively. So content marketing, which you most likely heard much yesterday. So you need to tell stories. When somebody in Russia copied us, then we was writing a blog post. And we got like huge amount of people going and learning from our experience. So we made this bad story into our success, basically. My time is up, so I need to just a few slides more. So best use case ever, how to use Pipedrive, was by one girl from New York. So this is how she used that. She had a problem. She had too many boyfriend candidates. So she needed a CRM just to, work that who is the best for her. And if somebody is taking CRM to using finding a boyfriend, this is one of a hell great story. And it was like, oh my God, we immediately approached her, but 1 month later he said, thank you, I find boyfriend. And this is a great story to tell. And we have used also Hacker News and other things to tell our learnings, what we have basically learned. You can go and check this blog post. Our marketing director was writing how we got from 0 to 10,000 paid clients from marketing perspective. And it was in Hacker News. It was like the most read blog post in that day. So, and this is the last example of how to do content marketing. So if he was doing fundraising, then we invited few investors to Estonia, and we pushed them into the sauna. But in US, oh my God, what is sauna? That's dangerous. You get naked, sir. Oh my God. So somehow some journalist was calling to us, and they was like, sauna, what is that? And when they heard the story about that we was in sauna, just naked. Come on, this is sauna. You are naked in sauna. So together we just, I'm sitting here, and there are investors. So it was like, oh my God, that's a great story. And in this day, this blog post was the most shared blog post among Silicon Valley VCs. So I was like, oh my God, I need to be naked to go to the to speak with startups now. And last thing before I'm finishing, so one thing which I think that I had very great meeting yesterday with some founders, and they basically asked what Moldova needs. You know that building a great startup, you need to learn a lot. And you should not be afraid of failing. And my first startup failed. I know I'm just almost finished though. So, but it was a great learning point. The only problem indeed is that media was beating me so hardly. This was example. Basically one story in the biggest newspaper in Estonia is telling, oh my God, this startup didn't work out. Everybody are shocked now. It's like, you know, failing shouldn't be like shock at all in startup life. But in Eastern Europe, this is still a problem. People look, this guy is criminal or something. His startup didn't work out, you know, oh my God. So, but this is part of the thing. First you have failures, and then you have success stories. So before finishing, for my clicker, so this is just some books which I have written and which is very motivational. Actually, there are now a new book about becoming a Steve Jobs, which is like much better than actually Steve Jobs' biography. I was just listening to this like 2 months ago. And last thing, you know, if somebody from this audience want to use our product, this is the promo code. It's valid for 48 hours, so it will give you 4 months free trial. Just, you know, you can just test it out and see, because we have already 2 paid companies from Moldova. Just 2 only, come on, you are much bigger. So this is promo code. But anyway, this was it. Thank you.